Hi folks, G3 here. Today's video is another of my natural deodorant reviews, and this is Your Nature. It's lemon and May Chang. Now you need to be aware that Your Nature have sent me this deodorant to test. I didn't pay for it. But as always, I'm going to be looking at it from an honest perspective so that you can trust my feedback. So let's take a little look at this natural deodorant from Your Nature. So it's in a cardboard tube. If we take the top off, we can see I've just started using the deodorant, so it's a little bit used there. And the way that you operate it is you push from underneath to push the deodorant up for you to use. Now they say, briefly allow the warmth of your armpit to soften the deodorant for best application. So you hold it to your skin just to warm it first when you're using it, and then it'll be a little bit more pliant when you're putting it on there. Now this is vegan friendly, it's a natural ingredients. It has a reasonable shelf life on it. This is 2025, the best before. So that's this is being filmed in 2022, so that's about 3 years on the product, so that's good. Let's run through the ingredients here. It's coconut oil, arrowroot powder, sodium bicarbonate, mango butter, shea butter, and candelilla wax, poorly pronounced, sorry. Vitamin E. It's got a couple of essential oils. It's May Chang essential oil and also lemon essential oil. Now it warns about allergens as limonene, and citral, geraniol, and citroniol. I've probably butchered the pronunciations there, but that's what it is as the allergens. And this is a 70-gram tube. Now, as I say, it's cardboard, so this is fully recyclable. So what I'm going to be doing is testing this over coming months, and I'll feed back to you as to the results of that. So let's have a look now at those results. I've been using this Your Nature deodorant for a little while, the lemon and May Chang. Now, I have used Your Nature deodorants before, and it's a similar scenario with this, that you do get a little bit of mess coming around the top of the lid, which is natural because when you're using the deodorant, it will come over the edge of the cardboard around here, so that when you do put the lid back on, it does push it down a little bit. So it can get a little bit messy around here. As with all of these types of deodorants, you need to initially go and put it just under the arm, like so, just to get it to warm up before you start applying it. So once it's been on there for a little while, you can then just start applying it. Because you see it comes on quite smooth, so it's a good application with this Your Nature deodorant. So I do like those. The other thing to bear in mind is that when you get to sort of this length of use, I've been using this one for a little while, the tube does go down quite a way, so you need to sort of push your finger down quite a way to push it out, or have something like it's like a lipstick canister size, I guess, or a lip salve canister size to sort of push it down on the table to keep pushing that up to get it applied. But I do like these Your Nature deodorants. They're good, very good. But that's how you apply it. This Your Nature deodorant isn't the first of theirs that I've tested. I have also tested a lemongrass and tea tree and sandalwood and bergamot. So I'll include the links to those videos down below if you want to check those out. Depending on the time of year that I've tested it, it's lasted longer during the colder periods. When it's hotter, I was using it quicker because it was more supple and more was going on. So I didn't get quite as good a value out of them during the summer months. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this one because I've been using it over the winter period. So in theory, it should last a little bit longer. Now, if you've watched any of my reviews before, you'll know that I test the deodorants on a number of different levels. So as well as testing the number of applications I get from it over a period of time, I also rate things like the smell, the day-to-day effectiveness, how good it is at sport, whether it stains my clothes, and also the end of day smell, whether I still have a pleasant smell at the end of the day through using it. Now, my notes that I made about this particular lemon and May Chang deodorant was that it had a subtle scent. It wasn't quite as strong as some of the others that I've used. It glided on well when you've warmed it up. So over winter, it was quite good. I popped it on the radiator just to warm ever so slightly first off, and then it was able to apply. Otherwise, you can always just rest it on your skin to make sure that it is supple enough for you to apply easily. Now, Your Nature do make good deodorants. I've rated the other deodorants quite highly. So how did I get on with this Lemon and May Chang. As I said, I tested it over a winter period, so it did last longer. I got 138 applications out of it. So that is a bit more in line with the first one that I tested. 138 applications. So that's great. It means that it lasted me 69 days in total. And at the cost of £8.45, which is the current retail price, that means it's 6 pence per application or 12 pence per day, which I think is quite reasonable. It certainly compares favourably with other deodorants. It's one of the lower amounts I've tested. Previously, the cheapest one that I tested per application was the other Your Nature Lemongrass and Tea Tree. That was only 5 pence per application. So this was fairly close to that, coming in at 6 pence. So that's good. Let's take a look at the ratings that I gave it. Now for the smell, now this is out of 5, I rated it 3. For me, it was a very subtle scent. I didn't really pick it up particularly well. So when I was using it, I really couldn't smell it particularly strongly. And it definitely meant that it wasn't sort of lingering as a scent. It's very pleasant when I was smelling it, but it just wasn't really a strong scent. So I've only rated it 3 out of 5. You may find that it's different for you, of course. For staining, so this is whether it stains the clothes after use, I rated it 5 out of 5. Just like the other Your Nature deodorants, I found it no problem at all on my clothes. It was really good to use. For the end of day smell, so this is what it smells like at the end of the day when I've been using it, whether I can have a sniff and it's still there and I can smell a nice scent. I rated it 3 out of 5. It's fairly average on that respect. Because it was a slightly more subtle scent, it wasn't particularly noticeable at the end of the day, so 3 out of 5. For day-to-day effectiveness, just like the other Your Nature deodorants, really effective, I rated it 4 out of 5. I like it as a deodorant, it goes on relatively smoothly, and it's very effective in my opinion. For sport effectiveness, so this is when I'm doing activity like hockey or strenuous work, running, that sort of thing, I rated it 4 out of 5. So it's quite reasonable at keeping my sweat at bay when I'm active. So what does that all come to as a final score? 76%. So whilst it's not my highest rated deodorant, which was the Your Nature Lemongrass and Tea Tree, it is still quite a highly rated deodorant. The thing that let it down for me was the scent. It wasn't quite as strong as some of the others, so I couldn't really pick it up. But as a deodorant, it was good to use. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you found this review useful. If you did, then please click the like button down below and also leave your comments. Let me know what you think of it, whether you've used the Your Nature deodorants before or whether you've got recommendations for others for me to try. Up next is this video, which I think you might find useful. And if you haven't done so already, then why not subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you get notified when I load up a new video. Well, thanks for watching, folks. Until next time, bye.